Hey everybody, Tim here with another Star Wars review, the second one being the holiday special. I promised myself I would never watch this movie again, and I decided to do reviews, and now I feel obligated to do it. So this is the third time I've watched this movie, and I'll be honest, I just kept skipping through it, because I was like, God, when's it going to be over? So this is technically the second Star Wars production ever made. A New Hope, or Episode 4, or just the Star Wars came out in 1977. This came out in 1978, the next year. And I mean, supposedly, nobody claims to be in this movie. Nobody claims to remember it. I've heard rumors that George Lucas would just get up and walk off stage if people bring it up in interviews. I don't know. It's not good, but I wouldn't say it's that bad. In fact, people talk about how awful it is, that it's actually, it can only get better than that. It's not great, but it is better than what most people say it is. For the most part, it's just a weird clip show. It's just a bunch of music videos all kind of put together. The basic premise is Han and Chewbacca are trying to get back to his home planet, which they call Kashyyyk instead of Kashyyyk, back for the Holiday of Life Day. And so the parts that really get me are these long scenes. It feels like the first 20 minutes is nothing but Chewbacca, Wookiee noises. Because Malla, Chewbacca's wife, Itchy, Chewbacca's father, and Lumpy, Chewbacca's child, just roam around their little house and just make noises. And there's no subtitles or nothing. So it's just super awkward. Lots of different cameos, Mark Hamill's in there with a weird, fake tan and man liner, and his hair's, bleached, and it's just awkward. One of the characters has, the great line of, oh, he's trying to be, sneaky, and he's like, did you get that shaggy carpet? You're wondering what's going to arrive, because that woman did it by hand, Han Solo. And it's wow, that's a stretch. And supposedly after this movie, they do start referring to Han as Han instead of hand, it's Han. So it's no, that doesn't quite really work for me. The whole cooking show where it's kind of supposed to be a riff off Julia Child, and she's stir, stir, whip, 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 beat. And it's she got four hands going on. It's oh, this is just, what am I watching right now? The guy that brings what basically is porn for Grandpa Itchy, and it's just kind of awkward, where it starts out with the little swimmers, and then boom, you got a music video going on. The stormtroopers in the house, and then they start watching the Jefferson Starship music video. The best part about this whole holiday special is the cartoon, where we are introduced to Boba Fett. And it's actually a pretty decent cartoon. It reminds me more, I was expecting kind of the Star Trek, the animated series, that type of cartoon, the Hanna-Barbera, Scooby-Doo, stuff like that. But it's actually pretty decent. It's almost more heavy metal type quality. So I actually really liked it. Bea Arthur is terrific. And, I haven't actually seen her in a lot of stuff other than Golden Girls. I've seen Maude and All in the Family, stuff like that. But not a lot of stuff. And she just plays that type of character. This was 10 years before Golden Girls, and she still does a great job. Han and Chewie make it back home. They celebrate Life Day by wearing their red robes and walking into the sun awkwardly. Princess Leia singing a song to the Star Wars theme. What is that? And then the whole ending scene is just flashbacks to Episode 4. So, I don't know, it's a hot mess of a movie. It is really difficult to watch. And like I said, it's more music videos than anything. But it is worth a watch. So, for those who have seen it, let me know what you guys think. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for The Empire Strikes Back.